Okay, so this week on alone. No, I'm just kidding. So, working on the store still. Um, Wanted to mention in case like somebody, decides they want to do this themselves or something. Um, I'm using all fresh green hardwood because you want it to be strong and resilient and, you know, have a little flex to it. Um, if you use deadfall or whatever, the wood's rotten, so it's gonna break or, it's just not gonna last, which is fine if you're building something that you don't need to be strong. But this, I want to have some strength to it. The shelter itself, I used mostly deadfall and the natural, you know, environment around it. But like I said, I don't recommend that for a project like this. It would be too weak. I don't like cutting down trees unless I absolutely have to, but it's kind of unavoidable in this situation. So I hiked and trekked for quite a while and chose these certain ones here and harvested them specifically for this project. And any scrap that's left over after building the doors, I'll just dry and use for firewood. So nothing is going to waste, at least. I'm using, I believe it's a 550 paracord for the lashings. It's got all the different inner fibers in it. There's like fishing line and fire starter and shit in there. But I wanted something good and strong once again, and something that'll last a while. I'm melting the ends of all the pieces so it doesn't fray. You don't really have to do that, but I prefer to. I hate it when cord or rope frays on you and it just gets weak and whatever. So I don't mind taking the extra time to just quickly melt the ends with a lighter, as I'm going and cutting. That's just my personal preference. Just doing your regular old X slashing, style here. Doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to stay together. Let's see here. Got 5 cross supports now. I'm gonna probably do at least one lengthwise down the middle, and then, like I said, I gotta weave it and close it in. Let's see. I think just to make this a little bit stronger, and maybe I might be able to get away without having to use any lashing, I'm gonna weave this center support through all the cross ones. And then, like I said, not only does it strengthen it a little bit for me, but it saves me quite a bit of paracord that I'll now be able to use for a different project. Instead of doing every cross section, I'm just going to lash the 2 ends, and then the weave will hold the rest of it together. I swear to God, if the hunter or somebody comes and knocks this thing down, I'm going to be some upset. I've been putting a lot of hard work into building this. It's not bothering anybody. I'm not damaging anything. So hopefully anybody that does stumble across it will just leave it alone. They're welcome to use it if they'd like, but hopefully they don't mess with it. this one a little short. That's all right. It'll still work. All right. So, apparently you can hear me, but you can't see me because the phone fell over. That was grand. Anyway, that's the door. That's where the door's gonna go. Just gotta get it weaved in.